Hey, hi all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are quickly going to see a Power Automate flow that will pull data from the Power BI and then send a customized email to each of the market leaders. So in another video, we have built this dashboard from scratch. So here we have a variance view table, and here we have highlighted all the customers that is having a delta of greater than $1,000. So I'll just sort it up. Yeah, so here you can see that for customer ID TS21660, the current year is 0, last year it was $1026, so we are down by almost $1,000. So we have set a threshold of $1,000, and here the market is for US. So I'm just going to remove this market just for now. And here you can see that any customer that is having a delta of $1,000 or more is going to be flagged in this database. Now what I want is that the market leaders, like you, we have a US, we have Canada, EMEA, Euro, so they get a customized email only for those set of clients that is having a delta of greater than $1,000. So we are going to work for a Power Automate flow. So I'll just share my screen, the Power Automate one. Yeah, and before that I have just mapped this 4 markets over here, and what are the email IDs of those people whom the email should be going on, and what are the name of the leaders. So this is just for mapping purposes. Now I'll just share my screen for Power Automate. So what we have done over here is that, first of all, currently we are using the manual trigger, which we can make update it to schedule trigger, and that every week or every set defined date it will send the automatic emails. After that, we are going to use the list rows present in a table. Here we are picking up the same file, the mapping file which I have shown, where there is a market, there is an email ID, and there is a leader name. After that, what we are using is that there is a run query against a dataset. So what it exactly does is that it picks the workspace. I have a Power BI hosted in that global superstores. In the datasets, we had just selected as relevant dashboard, and then in the query text, we are using the filter function. So what we are doing is that we are summarizing the data based on customer ID and on the customer name. Then we are filtering the summarized data, like the market should be the values present in this Excel file. So here the market was LATAM, EU, US, and APAC. So for all those respective markets, and then we are creating some columns like sales amount current year, sales amount previous year, and this was already calculated in our dataset. So Power BI dataset. So we already have this measures in the dataset. So we're just quickly going to show what exactly that calculations is. Yeah. So this is the sales amount current year. And here similarly sales amount previous year, and there is a delta amount. And after that we have sales amount previous year overall. And the last filter that we are going to do over here is that the amount difference between the current and the previous should be greater than $1,000, and we are going to sort it based on the ascending order. After that, we are going to use a select function over here. Select function, we would be taking in from the query data run against the data sets. We are going to take this output as input for select. We are going to just linear some of the data sets over here. So we are going to have customer ID, customer name, sales amount, CY, previous year, delta, some previous overall. For this customer ID, we are going to put in the as it is the values for current and previous year. We are just going to make format, like we are going to add a dollar sign over here. So for sales amount current year, previous year, delta amount, and sales amount previous year overall. So we have just added a concat function to add a dollar sign before the numbers. Once we have used the select function, we are going to use a create CSV table. Again, the output of the select is going to be input of this create CSV table. And after that, what we are going to use is that send an email from a shared mailbox. So we have this shared mailbox. We are going to use to as again the files email ID is mentioned in that Excel file. So let's share. So this is the column B here. Whatever, for example, instead of the same email IDs for across the market, we may have a customized email for LATAM. So we can just have to add those respective emails over here, and the Power Automate will automatically pick those emails, and then here it will check accounts flag, why did it decline, get the $1,000, then its respective market, and also when it is sending the email and the leader's name, and this is the small summary of the dashboard. Then here we are also showing that what is the dashboard link over here, and then we are just quickly going to test this. So I'm going to run this flow, and then we are going to see how it works. So I'll go to the Florence page. And here we can see that it has run for all the 4 parameters. So now we have these 4 rows in that Excel file. So it is going to only pick those specific markets and send emails for those specific markets. Now I'll just open my mailbox and let's see how the data comes up. Yes, so you can see that just now so this is for LATAM and Joe. So for LATAM we have Joe tagged as a leader, and this email also it is showing. Now I'll just open the Excel file within that, and here you can see that all those 4 columns values are there, that sales amount, current year, previous year, delta amount, and the previous year overall. And it is only going to pick those columns that is having a values greater than $1,000. So you can see that this is 1,000 down, $1,016 down from the previous year, hence it is going to highlight that. Now we are going to check for a couple of more markets. So again, this is for EU, there is Cathay. For EU there is Cathay. For US here it is Naval. For US here it is Naval. So we are just going to check for US what exactly are the numbers. Again, you can see that these are specific clients for the US, and that also the dollar amount is greater than $1,000. So we are down more than $1,000 over here. So in this way we can set a customized automate flows that will help the leaders to analyze the key accounts that is going under down when compared to the last year. So thanks for watching this video.